This is Chonky Sling, a new sewing pattern for outdoor gear makers from LearnMYOG.com. This is a pretty tough project, but I got you covered with all the tips and tricks, so stick around and let's sew one of these together. Hey there, maker friends, thanks for stopping in. If you're new here, my name's Tim, and I'm all about helping you make your own outdoor gear. Before we jump into the build, it's January 2023, and I just want to say Happy New Year. 2022 was a monstrous year for LearnMYOG, both in patterns and engagement. I dove deep into technical apparel, releasing patterns for the Alpha Raglan hoodie, the Alpha Camp pants, the Dia shorts, and I completely overhauled the ultralight wind shell. It's been super humbling getting to hear and see your projects, especially those of you that are jumping into apparel for the first time using one of my patterns. On the engagement side, I spent a lot of time on Instagram showing behind the scenes content and interactively designing patterns just like the Dia shorts, and also getting to share your makes with almost 6,000 followers. Here on YouTube, 2022 capped off with an invite to join the YouTube Partners Program, which offers new features for the channel as well as monetization. Looking ahead into 2023, I hope to provide more content onto YouTube. I have some not so secret collaborations in the works, and of course I'm going to continue to share patterns. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see from the channel, or if there's any special projects that you're working on. All of that is really just a thank you for an awesome 2022, and I really look forward to seeing your makes here in 2023. All right, so the reason we're here today is the Chonky Sling, so let's talk about it. Chonky Sling is of course a sling bag. I really like hip packs, but for day hikes and travel, I often find that hip packs just don't have enough volume, and in the summer months, a backpack is just way too big for the stuff that I typically carry. Carrying a water bottle with a hip pack has always frustrated me because you have to bury it down underneath all your gear inside the bag, so taking it in and out means you're constantly reorganizing the bag. Designed for a 24-liter smart water bottle, this bottom pocket solves all of those frustrations. Chonky Sling is symmetrical, and the strap is removable, which means you can sling it over either shoulder. For the strap, I was inspired by the Bellroy Venture Sling and how it has the self-compressible strap system. The weight of the contents cause the bag to self-compress because of the way the strap's attached to the bag. For a little bit more structure with the technical fabrics, I've inserted foam between the main and the lining fabrics along the side and the back. This also provides some protection if you want to carry camera gear. Compared to my everyday fanny pack, you can see that this bag is much larger. This is almost 6 liters in the main bag, not including the water bottle pocket, which I find to be more than enough capacity for fair weather hikes. In the pattern, I also include 2 designs for the straps. One is a casual strap, which I think is great for travel or everyday carry. The other is this, what I call adventurous strap. It's a lot wider, there's more foam, and there's attachment points across the front. I rate this pack in the intermediate to advanced skill level. If you're just getting started, my free everyday fanny pack pattern is a great starting point. You can see there's a lot of similarities between the two, and the construction steps are very similar, and this bag uses a lot less material. To learn more about either one of these patterns, I put links down in the description to my website. The rest of this video accompanies the instructions that come with the Chonky Sling pattern. As it's a more advanced build, I'm using a little bit different format, and I'm going to skip over some of the basics. Instead, I'm going to cover some of the more complicated steps and show you some of the tips and tricks that I've learned after making 5 iterations of Chonky Sling. So let's go ahead and get into it. On the front panel, I've given you center notches so that you can mark the center of your zipper tape and then do all your alignment from there. And that way you're not dealing with the angled edges of the panels to get the alignment correct. I don't give you a seam allowance for the zipper, so what you do is you divide your total zipper tape by 4, and that amount will be how far down you sew from the edge. And by doing so, the amount that you've used up in your sewing ends up being exactly the same as the amount of zipper tape exposed. And when you line your panels up, you get to the exact same size that you started from, even though you've now inserted a zipper. For the small darts on the front panel, you need to mark your notches and the drill point. You align those notches, and then you're going to sew a straight line to 1 centimeter past the drill point, which will be the end point of the dart. Those 2 darts curve the front panel, which creates the volume of that front pocket. Let's talk about the bottle pocket. First thing you want to do is sew your buttonhole. Finish this raw edge with a zigzag stitch, and then I made a single fold hem and zigzagged from the top edge all the way across. The bottom of the bottle pocket has 2 darts. We're going to sew them just like we did on the front panel, but they're a lot wider. So line up your notches and then sew a straight line, ending 1 centimeter forward of that drill point again. With the triangle flaps that are going to be on the inside, you can trim them, you can fold them and then just tack them down, or you can flip it to the right side and top stitch right along the edge to help hold them down. For my cinch cord, I'm using 3/32 inch shock cord, and I'm using a toaster style cord lock, which means it's got the little slots in it so you can anchor it down. And I also put a pony bead, which makes grabbing that cinch cord a lot easier, especially in the winter when you're wearing gloves. After trimming the cinch cord, I roll it into the channel and leave about a 1/2 inch on both sides, and then I just tack that cinch cord down inside the cord channel. The 1/2 inch that I leave on each side gives me room to sew the pocket down to the side with my 3/8 inch seam allowance later. For starting the assembly, let me show you the bag I've already finished. And what you see here, here's bottle pocket, and there's a seam between bottle pocket and the side. Where that seam is on the front, I've put a notch for you that I've labeled notch X. Here's bottle pocket. You want right sides together. Make sure that you're overlapping by about 3/8 of an inch here, and that 3/8 of an inch will be used to sew this seam later. To join the front panel to the side, I like to use a seam guide and curve the front panel to the straight edge of the zipper gusset. A key landmark to pay attention to is the tip of the wing where you have the webbing attached should align with that seam as you enter onto the zipper panel. You can see how much I offset when I started from point X and how much I had left over when I returned to point X. At the tip of the wing where the webbing is, it aligns quite well with that seam that we talked about earlier. To insert the foam, I slide it between the liner and the body, and then I push it as far down in the seam and as far away from the point X as I can. You want that foam to be out of the way of point X so that later you can come back and join the seams right here in this gap. To really nail the alignment of the back panel, I attach everything first with clips, and I move the foam around to make sure that I won't be sewing over the foam. Over here at the wing tip, I make sure I pull that webbing into the seam and just align it to the same place where it attaches at the front. Sewing around the perimeter of the back secures it to the panel, and you can see on the inside I've attached the webbing at that same time. And then for closing the seam, what I like to do is I pull the front and the back out, and I squash the whole bag down on the machine bed, and then sew that gap closed. If you have problems sewing this like I did, where the foam kicks the foot away from the seam, just put on a zipper foot, and that'll allow you to sew right up against the edges of the foam. For the handle, I just use a narrow piece of webbing, and I'll open the seam between back and the zipper gusset in 2 locations, and then fold the webbing to where it lays flat against the back panel when you're wearing the bag. Once I'm ready to do all the internal binding, I like to first go and double stitch all those perimeters again, just to reinforce it and secure it. For a bag like this, I'll just use a grosgrain as a binding, and I use a folding attachment on a walking foot machine. It may not be super clear in the instructions. For the adventurous strap, the upper and the lower sew together on this angle. That way they unfold, they'll be straight. And then the webbing you attach to the top of the curve of the upper panel, and that'll flip to the right side when you've inserted your foam and flipped the strap around. So that's Chonky Sling. I hope you're enjoying the pattern, and I look forward to seeing your photos. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for following along, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.